Good morning, everyone. This is going to be a video for the earth signs. So originally I was going to do air, but I'm kind of feeling earth. I'm also feeling a mix of different energies kind of in this. So as I kind of get myself situated, I am open for personal readings. So if anybody is interested in that, please email me. That is the only way that I'm doing personal readings. Just email me and we'll go from there. So I am open for that. Other than that, earth signs, I really want to step into your energy here. I feel like you guys are I know that the energy's been really hectic. A lot of changes are coming through. There's an eclipse coming up, another one. And that one is really going to, in my opinion, solidify the seeds that are being sown right now. So you're being asked, what do you need to let go of? What do you need to release? And I feel like that's a big theme with this eclipse energy that we have right now is what is it that you need to release? You might have people coming back from the past more than normal. I don't know about you guys, but Mercury has been absolutely insane on my end. Like the energy has been absolutely insane. My phone's been going off the chain. It's literally ringing right now. I don't even know what this is. It's like there's so much energy that's turbulence is really how I'm picking up on it. It's just like turbulence. So definitely ground yourself. I'm gonna go ahead and pull some cards. Let me try and readjust my situation here. So I'm sorry about that. Just so that you guys can get a clearer picture of the tabletop here. So, all right, what do I want to start with? I feel like you guys are dealing with you guys are dealing with a lot, whether it be personal relationships, business relationships, family, friends. It's a lot going on. So I'm trying to figure out what deck do I really want to start with here. Honestly, I'm just going to go with whatever with the flow. So these are really speaking to me right now. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some of these energy oracles. And we'll just go from there. There's no structure to this reading at all. And I feel like it's really necessary with the energy that we're being given right now. There's a sense of it needing to be a little bit chaotic, needing for it to be a little bit disorganized. So if I jump around a little bit, again, it's just the way that the energy is coming through and the way that I feel that I can best, deliver these messages. Again, I don't know if you guys can hear that outside, but it looks like the trash truck. So again, take out the trash. You see what I'm saying? Take out the trash, clear out your space. Go through your friends list, go through your following list. A bird just whipped by my window when I said that. Make sure that whatever it is that you're feeding yourself is bringing you positivity and not negativity. And I know that that might sound harsh, but it's again, if you're looking at stuff on social media and it's bringing you down and it's making you feel sad or it's bringing a heavy energy upon you, then it's totally in your power to unfollow those accounts or to mute those accounts for your own personal well-being, for your own mental health. There's nothing wrong with that. So what sign do I want to jump in first here? I'm kind of feeling Taurus. So we have the World. That's also an 11. That's a completion. It's definitely a completion. There's definitely... I don't know if you're waiting for something. It's like you're watching something unfold, Taurus. Again, we are doing earth signs. I am on Taurus right now. You've been down a long road, Taurus. I don't know what this is, whether it be emotionally, because there's a lot of blue here. You've been down a long road with whatever it is that has been coming into completion. Whatever cycle or process or journey, whatever path you've been walking, it's been a long road. But there's something very transformative about this energy because I'm seeing the lotus. And again, they don't typically, when I see this card, the lotus flowers don't really stand out to me, or they don't really speak volumes like they are right now. But there's something with the lotus symbolism that is, it's a theme here. Because I almost feel like you went into a hermit mode, or you're coming out of a hermit mode, or you went on some type of journey within. Where, again, this could be somebody you're connecting with or around you, even. It's an energy. It's also a sense of like knowing that there's more. Whether it be like knowing that there's just more for you, there's more out there. I'm getting very like extraterrestrial vibes. I typically, again, I think that's probably one of the first times I've said that. There's something otherworldly about this energy, which is interesting because, again, being an earth sign, how does that feel? Again, it's got to feel otherworldly. So you have Door to Spirit, Healer of the Ages. Yeah, I can see that. Especially with Healer of the Ages here. Again, this is like a personal path. This is a personal journey. There's something that's been sticking out to you that you've been consistently pulled back to, or you've been redirected to each and every time. But again, with Healer of the Ages, this is like internal work that had to be done. And this is opening up and allowing yourself to be completely vulnerable to whatever process this is. With Door to Spirit, it's like knowing that there's something out there that has a higher calling, or knowing that you have a spiritual path, or knowing that you're on a spiritual journey, knowing that like I don't like this is extremely like I can't tell if this is like three-dimensional energy or if this is happening like beyond what we can see. Because there's something like out of this world that's about it. Like I'm actually picking up on an energy of like again, I know I'm live, but this is take this as you will. But I'm picking up on like an energy of like beings or like something, some energy. Like that's Earth, you know? Like here, let me adjust the camera. Hold on. Okay. That's Earth, represented in the card. And the way that I'm seeing it is like there's an energy that's protecting, an energy that's watching over. There's an ascension process that's happening. Take that however it fits. Because again, that's definitely a different type of energy that I'm not used to channeling. So, or, having come through whatever, I'm just connecting. That's really what I say. I'm just connecting. There's something very protected about this ascension process. Again, this could be on a personal level. This could be on a collective level. This could be somebody's journey. This could be somebody's path. And it's like, I don't know if you're seeing birds or if birds are extremely significant to you for whatever reason. Sorry, I just want to readjust that. I don't know if you guys are noticing like more birds are kind of like crossing your path, or like, coincidentally, like you just look out the window and it's like this bird's like looking right at you and you're just like, whoa, like what is this? I'm seeing like an owl up in a tree even, and it's like you might see this or like a barn owl or something. This has been a growth process too. And again, it's being divinely protected. It's like something's being watched over. So I'm going to go ahead and keep pulling cards because that energy is like extremely... You have balance at the bottom of the deck. So again, this could be in our present moment. Like you might see this energy unfold, or this could be an energy that's actually taking place outside of us. So again, on a collective level, it's like this is an ascension process. So a lot of, I don't know if people, again, I got ascension symptoms actually kept popping up to me before I sat down to turn on the camera to do this reading. So I don't know if like people have noticed like a little bit, not like, I don't want to say like cold like symptoms, but there's been ascension symptoms. And again, I'm not a medical professional. So again, take that information, do your own research, and go, if you have any questions, again, I'm not a doctor, but I will say that ascension symptoms are very real. And I don't know if that's been very prominent, if that's been something that people have been picking up on, where they've been kind of noticing it. I don't know if you're noticing it, if somebody around you is noticing it, but this is like straight up ascension. This is an ascension process. This is something that's guided. This is something that is protected. This is something that is happening. I want to say it's happening regardless if we're aware of it or not. This is also like a balancing of the shadow with our higher selves, with our light sides. I mean, granted, take it as you will, however, whatever terminology fits, but this is a balance of the light and the dark, the heavy and the light, the masculine and the feminine. This is a balance. This is harmony within self. But yeah, I'm like feeling like some throat stuff here too. Like, I don't know if you guys are just like sinuses, drainage, like a little bit of a sore throat, stuffy nose, congestion is really kind of it's like upper head area. Even like, I don't know if there's been a pressure that some people may be feeling on the back of the head, like a pressure on like the base of the skull, kind of like where the back of your head is. What is that? Your neck? It's like where your neck meets your skull. It's like a pressure. I don't know if you guys, if that's been a symptom. But again, I'm not a medical professional, so obviously, listen to your intuition. Listen to your gut, But this is something that would come and go. This is something that isn't going to stick around very long. Like, oh, sorry. Do you feel better now? I hope you feel better now. Yeah, these are like, there's definitely like physical effects. But again, if you're like not feeling well, definitely see a doctor. Definitely like take that into consideration, because I'm not somebody who's here to give medical advice. I'm just describing the energy, the frequency that I'm feeling here. And this is something that would be noticeable. This is something that you would know. Like if you're a spiritual person, if you're, I mean, everybody's a spiritual person, right? We're all spiritual beings, but the more sensitive of the people would be like, yeah, like this is more than just maybe allergies, And again, granted, in my area, pollen's been pretty heavy, but it's not something that, I've been noticing like more people than normal type of deal. But again, this would be like related to ascension. You would see like a pattern with it. You would see almost like it'd be more than just a couple people. It's like, oh wow, there's a lot of people that are affected by this. There's a collective here, but whatever this is protected. It's very guided. It's very like there's a healing process too. So your body might even, or somebody's physical body might even need to like detox from trauma or from even just emotions. Because when they get stuck, like, because what happens is these energies and things that have happened to us get stuck outside of our field, right? Because, you know, it's quantum fields. So these energies kind of like get around us. And then if they're not properly kind of transmuted, they can kind of just sink in layer by layer. And then once they sink in, they start to affect our physical body. And then that's when, you know, we end up getting sick, or we end up not feeling well. We end up with, you know, headaches and different stuff like that. It happens to everyone. So there's a correlation here. I don't know if you're paying attention to it, where it's like you're noticing that maybe when you go around certain things or when you associate with certain people, you feel something and you're paying attention to that feeling. It's like your internal structure is like waking up. Like you're waking up to something in your environment and people around you, the collective. People are waking up. But this is also on an individual level. This is like even having a dream. And like waking up from the dream and being like, fresh set of eyes. Like, I don't know what it is or where you go in dream time, but we can do work like on that side. We can do work on that side, like with ourselves, with other people, with, you know, contracts that we come into this world with. And so I don't know if you've been working in dream time, but there's something very like otherworldly about this energy. Yeah, there's something just like very otherworldly about this. It's like everyone's watching. Like, I don't know what that's about. It's like an energy of like people, somebody's watching like Earth. Like, that's literally how it's being presented to me. It's like Earth is on a stage right now and it's, you know, spinning, it's doing its thing. But I don't know what that represents. Again, that might resonate for somebody. I don't know what that's about. But it's like being protected, being guided through some type of process. This is beyond like spirituality or religious beliefs. This is beyond that. This is like something that I don't have capacity to comprehend. This is like energy that I'm just going to be serious with you guys. Like, this is energy that is very unique to me. So I'm doing the best I can to put it into words. But there's something very divine here. And I don't know if people are feeling it. I don't know if people are going through it. I know I'm reading on the chat here. Hope just said that had a bad headache, felt nauseous, lightheaded, and dizzy for hours. I mean, again, I hope you feel better. I hope today's better for you. Again, if you're unsure of something, you know, definitely see a medical professional. But if you're, you know, if you know that it's energy related, then yeah, it's like people, like, we got to ground ourselves during this process. So I think it's very suiting that this energy would come in for Taurus. Like, this is very like, whew, like big energy here. We also have anxiety that came out. Okay, well, that makes sense. Because this would give people anxiety, or this would give somebody anxiety who would feel this level of energy, right? Because this is a process that you don't even see. This is something unfolding in the background that you're just like not even aware of. Like, it's not making sense. It's not clear. You're not seeing it clearly, or something's being hidden. It's being eclipsed out. There's something coming as something's leaving. And again, it's being guided. And I feel like, I don't know if like somebody feels disconnected, or if somebody feels like they aren't grounded as they once were. I don't know if it's a feeling here. But it's not in your hands. Like, it's not in This is like one thing that has to ride the wave here, because there's a healing process that's taking place. And so things are coming and going, and things are getting removed for the higher good, like out of someone's path. And I feel like you kind of either knew it was coming or you felt it coming. Or maybe the flags were there, like red flags were there, and you're just like, okay, I see this. Like maybe you're just trying to like let the process happen, but it's just kind of, it's very anxiety inducing. Like this card for me is definitely one where this is somebody who's up late at night, can't sleep, very worried. And I feel like it has to do with a new path, or it has to do with something that's being guided. And either you don't see it yet because of the physical world, because of the 3D world, because of the material world, and you don't see it yet. And it, again, because this energy it has a sense of it being hidden. So with this happening in the background, it would make sense that you'd be like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going down. It's very anxiety inducing, but it's guided. It's extremely guided. I mean, like divinely protected, 100% guided. I feel like people, like you guys, like nobody has control over this because it's a process. It's an ascension process for all. It's a mass healing. It's an individual healing. It's a collective healing. This is internal wisdom. This is needing to go within, knowing that things are coming to completion, watching things kind of come to completion, needing to balance out the shadow side or become familiar with the shadow self. And again, there's a lot of misconceptions about that when it comes to like the shadow side or your shadow self. Like there's a ton of misconceptions about it. It's not a bad thing. It's actually quite beautiful. It's not an easy process, but it's something that can bring a lot of healing and creativity actually when harnessed. So there's some type of process taking place. So again, this could be individual too. This could be individual and collective, where it's like everyone around you is kind of just going through something right now. Let's pull one more for Taurus. But I see somebody really worried about a process, and I really don't think you have anything to worry about, because whatever is not serving you for the highest good is going to be removed. It's going to be taken back to source, essentially. Energy, frequencies. I'm having tooth pain. I don't know what that's about. Okay, so we got two more. Action at the bottom of the deck. Indecision, rest, and rejuvenation. So there could be a decision that you need to make. Could be connecting with a particular person, situation. Could be connecting with someone who is at a point of a decision. This is needing to go within in order to come to some conclusion. You have two energies, one that is at completion and another that is about to be at completion. You have an energy that is very anxious and you have an energy that is very calm. There's a decision that needs to be made. This could be a personal decision to go within. It's almost like with this rest and rejuvenation, like if you go within, you're gonna get to that crossroads. And that crossroads might be something that you're worried about or something that you've had anxiety about. Again, it could be a path, it could be a choice, it could be... But it's being presented to you. Now, collectively, people could be presented with a decision. And it's like fear or like trust and, complete bliss. It's like you can either live in fear or you can trust. But there's action coming forward because somebody's removing the blockages. You have somebody that doesn't want to see something, and then you have another energy that sees everything. So let me pull some other cards with this and see what we get. Again, this is for Taurus. Isn't ready for that. I don't know what this decision's about or whatever this choice is, but you know what you need to do. And I feel like it's going to be made clear to you. It's just going to be a little bit of time, or you got to like, there's something with time. So the Hierophant, Taurus energy. Again, this is something very spiritual. A lesson. Again, there's something with a choice. I don't know what that's about. What is this choice? Like, does that make any sense? Because it's like having two paths and both of them being not clear, but being extremely spiritually guided. So I don't know if like one path is one direction and another path is another direction, but both kind of in the same, like... This could be a choice between two people. I mean, you have the Two of Cups. This could be a commitment. Having anxiety over commitment, not knowing what to do. Being at a crossroads about a commitment or a relationship or some type of soul connection with the Two of Cups. It's like, who are you going to surround yourself with? You with the Two of Cups here. Because this can be good company too. So it's like you have a choice here. Like, who are you going to surround yourself with? You have the Hierophant and the Two of Cups. There's obviously something very spiritual. There's obviously something very lesson-oriented, growth-oriented, spiritually connected. I don't know if somebody chooses to go in a different direction, where it's like all of a sudden it's like you meet, it's like two different paths, but it's like, I don't know if you guys are choosing to come together here, but there was a lesson involved with this. But it's very spiritual. I don't know what this is about. Ace of Cups, so that's it. Well, Six of Wands. The Hierophant, the High Priestess flipped out. Oh my goodness. Okay, so either there are two extremely spiritual people here, the Hierophant and the High Priestess. It's like one's very much well into otherworldly knowledge, metaphysical concepts, even philosophy, you know, religious, spiritual, it's kind of the same thing. You know, one could be more structured in tradition, the other could be more free thinking. Um, I don't. This could very much well be a very divine partnership. This could be somebody moving towards a connection. This is like recognition and victory after a battle. So this could be somebody moving forward into a connection with the Ace of Cups, the High Priestess. It's like this is again, something very divine. So either there are two people who are just extremely connected, extremely rooted, extremely grounded. And when I mean rooted, I mean like anchored. Like these people are like anchored into whatever belief system, whatever they practice. These people, like, they know their shit. You have one that works more from tradition, and then you have another that works more from like free thinking, free concept. Like I don't know what it's about, but there's something very free and like otherworldly. Again, with this High Priestess, there's something very otherworldly about that energy, and there's this Hierophant that's like tradition. There's a meeting of two concepts. It's a meeting, a coming together of two things. Again, this could be people. It's like two people coming together with recognition, an overflow of abundance, of emotion. It's Ace of Cups. After maybe a time period of not knowing, after maybe a time period of having anxiety, needing to rest, listening to your intuition, following your intuition. But it's like something's being very guided. Again, you could have a decision with this 8 here over the 2 of Cups. It could be a decision. You could be connecting with a Leo, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus energy here. So I don't know if you have a decision that you have to make, not knowing which way to go, but it looks like it could have to do with connection. You have the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck, so you've been waiting for some type of clarity to come through. Or somebody's been waiting for some type of clarity to come through. Sorry, it's a little blurry. With Strength here, the 3 of Wands and the Ace of Swords, it's like waiting, having the strength to wait. And I don't like to say wait because I would never promote people waiting for other people, but there's an energy that is like very much well like waiting for the right time, waiting for the perfect opportunity, like and it's something that has to do with clarity. And it could be communication too, but this could be somebody who is focused on work, somebody who's focused on kind of getting their shit together. They went through a death process, which is a transformative process. Could be connecting with the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius with the King of Swords here, and strong Capricorn energy. This is somebody who could have had to work through their own like detachments. But this is somebody who could have been either holding back or just really focused on their finances, like building their finances up. And it's been a very transformative process. Like I feel very stop and go, stop and go. And somebody kind of needed the strength to kind of get through a situation. And this could also be a message being delivered. It could be a Leo delivering some type of message, some type of truth. Again, maybe after a time period of not knowing. But again, I keep getting pulled back to ascension symptoms. And I don't know why, because I, just want to be careful with like what I say in that area, because again, I'm not a medical professional. So it's just the energy that I'm feeling. So again, I don't know if somebody's going through ascension symptoms or if they're getting ascension symptoms. I'm just going to put this out there again. I'm not a medical professional, and I do have to keep repeating that because this is a live YouTube video. So again, I don't want to, say something that would, potentially get me in trouble for that. But Epsom salt baths are really good for ascension symptoms. And is it called echinacea? I want to say that that's the herb, but it's like ECCENCIA. I don't know if I'm even close to spelling it correctly. I want to say it's echinacea with like elderberry. Find it as a tea. It's great. Put a spoonful of honey in it. It'll help you through the process. Again, do your own research. If it's beyond, your control there, because again, this is a live YouTube video, so I don't want to. I don't want you guys coming at me for anything. So, again, with the ascension symptoms that you might be experiencing, there is a lot going on in the astral world, with the planets and stuff. There's, Mercury retrogrades happening. I'm pretty sure Jupiter's about to go retrograde at the end of June, back into Aquarius, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I'm seeing something about October. Maybe it's there until October. But this is going to be, because Jupiter's in Pisces now. I don't know. You just might be going through a release process right now. So just make sure, do your research on teas and different herbs and stuff. Elderberry is great. Again, I'm not a medical professional, so just do your own research and go, see a professional if you need to. But if you are experiencing any ascension symptoms and that's what it is, then, take a hot bath, relax, or, take a lukewarm bath, whatever you're into. Sometimes those help too. Flower baths are really good. There's plenty of really good information out there on various types of things that you can do for that purpose. So with the Hierophant here, the Two of Cups, the Six of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the High Priestess, again, I don't know how much more spiritual you can get. You have somebody who might be a teacher. You have somebody who might be somebody in a position of power. Not in the sense of like, oh, power, but like in the position of like people look to them. They could be a mentor for other people. This person could have very strong earth in their chart. They could be a little bit older or maybe just more wise about certain things. Like they have like that like age wisdom. This is somebody who also might be more structured in tradition when it comes to maybe their belief systems or maybe the way that they go about things. This person is also very grounded and very stable in a sense of self and in a sense of who they are. This could be a union and it's supported by a lot of people, or it's supported and recognized, acknowledged, victorious, positive movement forward. Then you have the Ace of Cups. It's an overflow and abundance. Cups are emotion, fulfillment, the beginning of the expression of love. The High Priestess being guided. This is also very divine energy. This could be divine feminine. I've never seen the High Priestess as divine feminine and the Hierophant as divine masculine, but it very much well could be. Again, because I'm seeing the unity between the pillars here. This High Priestess knows how to love. And this High Priestess knows how to go within. This High Priestess is somebody who definitely knows how to do the work on themselves, to cultivate the energy. This is somebody who, again, freely expresses love, like abundantly. This is somebody who has abundance and can express it. Now, this Hierophant energy, and again, the High Priestess could be somebody with more prominent water in their chart. I'm even getting air. But this Hierophant energy over here could be somebody going through a personal transformation. And that might be why I'm feeling so much of the tradition and like the structure, because this could be like a transformation of that energy, needing to make a decision to come out of it or to work through it, to cultivate it. Again, being the Hierophant, it's like they know how to do it. They've done it before. To get to be the Hierophant energetically, or, you know, on the frequency of the Hierophant, however you want to put it, the energy of it is it's very wise. So it takes some time to get there. So this person knows, you know, they have wisdom. Could be connecting with somebody, keeping an eye on you from the Page of Swords here. It's like watching from a distance, gathering information, maybe not directly communicating, but it's like watching from a distance, having hope that maybe they can move forward. The Six of Swords here. Or they're watching somebody move forward. And then we have the Queen of Cups. Again, very prominent water energy here. They might see somebody having a lot of options. Because this Queen of Cups is focused over here on the Seven of Cups. So she's holding the Ace of Cups, which kind of tells me that this Queen of Cups can be this High Priestess. And I almost said Hierophant. Interesting. So it's like this Queen of Cups is looking, following her intuition, holding the Ace of Cups. And then here's the Seven of Cups. This is either confusion, frustration, maybe a lot of different options. Again, with the Six of Wands here, this is being recognized. So this is having a lot of attention too. So there could be an energy that's like watching this Queen of Cups receive a lot of attention, or they think that they're receiving a lot of attention, but really in reality, I feel like this High Priestess, this Queen of Cups energy, they already know what they want. They're focused on the Ace of Cups. So these Seven of Cups that are over here, it's like they're not even focused on it. They're just kind of like, ugh, you know, like moving forward type of energy, like not what they're looking for. And I don't want to be like, you know, rude about it, but it's like this Queen of Cups is like, this isn't for me. You know, this isn't what I want. So this Queen of Cups High Priestess knows exactly what they're looking for. And it's something very spiritual, to say the least. This would be something that's very mature, something that's very emotionally stable. This is a connection I'm talking about. This is what this Queen of Cups High Priestess is looking for with this Ace of Cups. It's like, I'm not offering my cup unless it's this. And it's also being able to do it from a very compassionate standpoint. Because again, you're not coming in as the Queen of Swords. You're coming in as the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess. So this is somebody who knows how to be gentle, but also very firm. And this Page of Swords is like watching. Yeah, this Hierophant, it's like a truth. It's clarity. The Ace of Swords. See, I knew that those were going to come back out, but I didn't pull them. Wow, that always surprises me. Every single time it like amazes me because I'm like, damn, I felt it and I didn't do it. The Temperance and the Page of Cups, they were directly behind the Queen of Cups and the Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Damn. I don't know if somebody feels like they owe somebody an apology. You have the King of Cups and the Hermit at the bottom of the deck with the Two of Pence and the Nine of Pence. The Nine of Wands and the Eight of Wands of Justice. Oh my gosh. Who are you guys dealing with? Like, what is this energy? It went from being like universal to being like a whole ass connection here. This is crazy. So the King and the Queen of Cups are out. again, there's obviously a connection here. Masculine, feminine energy. This masculine energy could have been in the hermit mode, and I felt that with the world card in the beginning of the reading. So this masculine energy with the queen, King of Cups. Maybe it is the queen. Again, it could be vice versa. But the way that I'm reading the cards here, it's the King of Cups with the hermit, and I felt the hermit with the world card here. So again, could be dealing with strong Virgo placement as well. And there's a mourning dove directly outside my window, just landed and just flew away. Take that as you will. Well, I'm not sure off the top of my head what a mourning dove symbolizes, and then my camera just like refocused itself, so I don't know what that's about either. Wow, 45 minutes for Taurus. This is a big reading. But it's intense. So we have the King of Cups and the Hermit. This King of Cups is definitely with this world card that I felt in the beginning of the reading. This is somebody going through some type of a process, like divinely guided process. With the Page of Cups and Temperance, this could be somebody wanting or hoping that they can balance out a situation. But with the Page of Cups, this isn't always a message that comes through. For me, I see more knights as messengers. Pages are more like a thought, an idea, a wish, like I hope I can do this type of deal. So this could be somebody hoping that they can balance out a situation with the Two of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Maybe by offering an apology. Because somebody set out boundaries. Like, and I feel like it could have been this High Priestess, Queen of Cups energy, especially with the way that I perceived the Queen of Cups looking at the Seven of Cups. It looks to me that a feminine, whoever's in feminine energy over here, set out firm boundaries or told somebody how they felt or communicated something. The person you're connecting with might not have liked it, or they might have stepped back, or they like kind of went within, like they pulled back. Like it's like kind of like something fizzled out really quick because of something that was maybe communicated with the Eight of Wands and the Nine of Wands. This is like a boundary card for me. Like the Nine of Wands is always boundaries whenever I see them. So this is somebody communicating like very firm boundaries with somebody, and it's like the other person either wasn't expecting it or wasn't completely open to receiving it. And so with Justice here, Libra energy, again, I feel like with this Nine of Pence, they see their strength. Like somebody sees the other person's strength in it. And I don't know if it's intimidating. I don't know if it kind of took somebody off guard. I don't know if, now what kind of bird is that? He's looking right at me. I don't know. This bird outside my window is like, you know what oil spills look like? How they have all those multiple colors. Like, I don't know if they're called, like, what are they, cowbirds? Again, I don't know what that is. Hold on, let me look this up because that was a crazy looking bird. Cowbird. I don't know why that just came to me. Okay, no, definitely not a cowbird. Or maybe it was. Maybe it was, actually. I don't know. It's this bird. Hold on. Let me adjust this. It's this bird. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I don't know what they mean. But again, it's just like, it was like standing outside my window, and the look on this bird's face was like pure, like, it was like boundaries. Like this bird was like ready to, like, you know, like throw some hands. Like, whoa, like this bird like just, came in like super aggressive and kind of swooped down and like startled the other bird, and the other bird like flew away real quick, and it was just kind of like a moment. And I'm like, wow, what is that? But again, it kind of like fits in with that energy of like this quick moving energy that somebody could have like, I don't know if they just like laid down some boundaries, or you're just like, hey, I'm not putting up with this shit anymore. But somebody's hoping that they can balance out a situation. But I feel like with Justice being here, Justice is holding the sword. And so with the Ace of Swords being here, this is some type of clarity. And again, Justice is, I want to say what goes around comes around, but it's like this communication or whatever it was that occurred was justified in happening. Like the boundaries were needed, or the expression was needed. It was important for somebody to speak their truth. It was important for a cycle to close. It was important for something to move forward in a successful manner for the way that it needed to go down, if that makes sense. And so with this 9 of Pence, you have an energy that's very confident right now, very content with where they are, very connected with nature. And it's funny because on this card, she's actually holding a bird. And then there's the other Robin. He's back. But again, this 9 of Pence is holding this bird, and it's just like very much well enjoying their environment, just chilling, very guided by spirit. And then this other energy with the 9 of Wands is, again, like wounded warrior, very hesitant to come out, like very guarded, very like protective of their own energy. And then this other one's just very open and very confident. So I don't know if like somebody is, it's like you have one energy that feels like this and another energy that feels like that. And there was maybe some type of communication that went down in between the two of you that was needed. But somebody's hoping that they can balance the situation out. But I feel like clarity is going to come in, especially with the Justice card and the 8 of Wands. If it hasn't already, there's going to be some type of clarity that comes through. Now, there could also be a situation here where something went down, something quick, fast-moving energy came in, and somebody put up their walls, and they just went in a different direction. And they're like, yeah, I'm not, like, I don't need that. I feel like I get a sense like somebody felt like they were like being attacked, or they felt like they were being like, I don't want to say like judged. It's kind of more like, oh, I'm going to move away from that energy. But with this 2 of Pence, it's again, I don't get the sense of juggling. I get the sense of more of like, how do I balance this? And then I actually just got kind of lightheaded, like in anxiety sense. So somebody has anxiety over the situation about balancing it out. Could be this King of Cups with the Hermit. But this is somebody doing like work on themselves. Because the Hermit, like when you go into Hermit mode, you definitely don't come out the same way. Like when you go into Hermit mode, you're soul searching, you're really going within. You're finding out some type of truth within yourself. You're connecting into that enlightenment mindset. And so this could be oriented around emotional connection or wanting a mature connection. So it's like somebody doing the work and like realizing like, oh shit, maybe I do want something, or maybe I do want something that is more emotionally mature. Because again, I'm feeling like there's two energies like clear down the middle, where it's like one is very confident and very like comfortable with where they are with the 9 of Pence. This is somebody who could be like even just, willing to go out, date other people, like gets a lot of attention, has a lot of options with the 7 of Cups. But again, this Queen of Cups, High Priestess, they know what they're focused on. So they're not just going to entertain anybody. Like this Queen of Cups is not just going to entertain anybody. It's like they know that they have a lot of options, but they know what they want. And what they want is different from whatever's being presented to them. So they could have communicated some type of boundary. And this other energy had to go within to recognize something, to recognize that maybe they did want to balance something out, because what they were offering in the past wasn't authentic to maybe what they really wanted, or what was their truth, or, because the hermit goes within and really finds what it is that like fuels them. So you could have been dealing with somebody who was just putting up like a false like exterior, maybe again because they were still healing, they were still going through some stuff, but this is quick moving energy. So there's some sort of justice that's going to take place with whatever connection this is, and it's going to get balanced out regardless of kind of how it's going down here. Because Taurus, you either have strong water in your chart, or you're in water energy, you're in very intuitive energy, you're dealing with a water sign. This is somebody who could have water and fire in their chart, earth in their chart. But you could have had to walk away because it wasn't the ace. Like, it wasn't the Ace of Cups. It wasn't what your value is. Because again, the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, this is somebody who would be very confident. This would be somebody who's very connected, who's very much well seated in their power. I'm surprised the Empress isn't out. But you're both coming in as water signs. So I think that that's pretty significant, because you both are coming in water energy. So I don't know if you both have strong water in your chart, or this is somebody like who has strong earth in their chart, and they're realizing like, hey, like I want more of an emotional connection, or I want more of a mature emotional connection. But this is somebody, again, with the Nine of Wands who's been through a lot of battles. This person's very guarded. You or them could have set very firm boundaries. And this is somebody who, again, is very hesitant to come out from behind those boundaries. And so whatever communication went down kind of forced some type of process to take place. And that's where it kind of pulls me back into that energy of something happening and you don't see it type of deal, because of this anxiety card, where it's like, don't worry about it, because whatever's going on needs to happen the way it needs to happen, because there's like growth that needs to take place, or there's a lesson that needs to take place for one or both people, or however many people are in this situation. Because somebody, again, I see clear as day as a reader, there's a self-worth here, where there was a test of like somebody's self-worth, where it's like, I don't know if you were put in a position where it's like you had to make that decision, and because you made that decision, it moved in your direction, because it's like you learned that lesson and you're like, I'm not repeating the cycle of shit that I don't deserve. Like, I deserve this. This is what I'm worth. That was a lesson for somebody. And then over here, this is a lesson for somebody to grow. So there was a dynamic here that had to take place. It had to go the way that it did, because there was a lesson that needed to be learned on both ends. And it's almost like I'm just seeing like a test grade, like A+, like you passed. Like, I don't know what that's about. So I don't know if this has been a repetitious cycle for you, or for the person you're dealing with, or somebody in your circle, but there was a lesson here where somebody had to recognize what their value was, what their worth was, and they needed to recognize that, like, people are going to take advantage of your boundaries. Like, they're going to push your boundaries. So I don't know if this was a boundary lesson where it's like, no, I'm worth more, and you're not going to treat me like that. And this other person had to recognize, like, wow, I can't keep repeating this cycle within my own life either. Because maybe they were repeating a cycle of not having their boundaries respected, because again, it happened to them. And so then here comes this other person. They're like, no, there's that stop to that cycle. There's the completion to that cycle. And it's kind of like justice being served in this communication aspect, because even though it might have put somebody off a little bit and, kind of made them a little bit guarded, it's like this person needed to hear it, again, because it was someone else's truth, maybe, however it fits. But it caused this person to really go within and to really do work on themselves, to figure out, what is valuable to them, emotionally, what is valuable to them when it comes to importance. Like, again, you could have been dealing with somebody who wasn't very attached emotionally. You maybe could have been dealing with somebody who was more about themselves, or who was just more like, I don't want to say woe is me, but like kind of more woe is me. Like, I don't want to say like victim mindset, but again, with the 9 of Wands, it's very much, well, like wounded warrior, like somebody who's been through a lot of shit. So you were dealing with somebody who had to build within themselves. They had to build confidence within themselves, just like you had to build confidence within yourself. So whatever went down between the two of you, it was a growth process for the both of you. So regardless of how it's kind of playing out, this is a process that's being guided beyond your control, because obviously things needed to go down a certain way. And again, this is a general reading, so it's not everything's going to resonate. But I do get a sense that somebody's keeping an eye on somebody with this Page of Swords and Six of Swords, because it's like they want to see if somebody's like moving forward, or they're keeping an eye on somebody in case they do move forward. Like, let me pull some more cards on this Page of Swords, Six of Swords energy. Because the Page of Swords is somebody who kind of keeps an eye on somebody from a distance, kind of like just watching them, like watching their every move. You know, and it's almost like a hesitation of like, what's going to happen? Are they going to move forward? Like, or at least hoping that they can come out of a 5 of Swords with somebody, which is feeling very defeated, probably narcissistic, back and forth energy, argumentative energy. I usually get argumentative with the 5 of Wands, but the 5 of Swords is very like back and forth, like narcissistic kind of like games. And somebody wants to move forward from it, but they might not be communicating it. They're just kind of like keeping an eye. So this is somebody who, again, needs to make a decision where they're contemplating, they're waiting, they're like, do I move forward? Do I not move forward? Ace of Wands. There's a lot of passion here. My right ear, there's a high-pitched frequency here in my right ear, my left ear now. Somebody needs to make a decision. Ace of Wands, 10 of Cups. Squirrel outside my window now. Somebody sees a future, but I don't know if they're communicating it or if you're aware of it. This is somebody, again, who's still within their own mind. You might get a message with the Page of Swords. You might. But this is a decision. And this is somebody who might not want to see it quite yet. Where it's like, do I keep my distance? Do I move forward? Do I keep my distance? Do I move forward? Because they recognize that they're passionate about something with the 10 of Cups here. This is happiness. This is like wish fulfillment. With them coming in, the King of Cups, Queen of Cups, this is they see it clear as day. It's just, I feel like you're dealing with an energy that might be stubborn, or that might be going through something right now, or just has their wall up. And so I don't know if something went down in the last couple days where it's just like now there's just silence or there's distance between the two of you, but I feel like a message might come in. Let me see if... Tell me about this Ace of Wands. Oops. Hold on. Okay, so I was trying to figure out if it was like two different people, right? Just like, is somebody making a decision about like the 10 of Cups versus the Ace of Wands? Like, do I go after passion or do I go after emotional fulfillment? But with the 8 of Pence and the 8 of Swords coming out with the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck, I don't really think that this is a decision between multiple people by any means. I think that this is more so... somebody needing to make an investment, wanting to make an investment. It's like being so preoccupied by work, not wanting to see something, because they know if they see it, they're gonna come to this 2 of Swords. So this is somebody who's very avoidant. Like very avoidant of things unless they're ready to do it, if that makes sense. Like this is somebody who definitely likes to take their time when it comes to making their own decisions. I don't know if it's the feminine who's ultimately going to have this Two of Swords moment. But I feel like with this masculine energy, you're dealing with somebody, again, who doesn't like to see things like until they're ready to see things. And this feminine energy, on the flip side of it, is like, I'm just going to pull back. This damn Nine of Wands. This is something, again, I think it's going to come back around. Could be somebody who you have a very strong connection with, but it's somebody that you're somebody's very guarded, because whatever went down in the past with the Hierophant and the Six of Cups here and the Ace of Swords is like, whatever clarity this was, put somebody's boundaries up or put somebody's wall up. But somebody is hoping that they can move forward here with the Fool and the Chariot after a new beginning, or to move forward towards a new beginning. You have a double 8 here too, which is like cycles and like things like repeating. You know, it's like an 8. It's like, okay, how long are we going to do this? You have somebody who could be preoccupied with work, and then another person who just like they're not talking, they're not doing nothing. But again, I feel like this feminine is going to get presented with some type of decision that they're going to need to make. And I feel like with this decision, it's like, what are you going to invest in? What are you going to focus on? I don't feel like there are multiple people here. If there's an illusion that there is multiple people here, I feel like it's part of whatever transit is taking place right now. So again, like things aren't going to be extremely clear to us during this energy. And I kind of felt that in the beginning of the read. There's something not very clear about this. But again, somebody's got to make a decision. Could be the feminine energy, could be the masculine energy. I feel like the masculine energies right now is in the hermit mode. And this masculine is hoping that they can balance out a situation. But with temperance here, there's something needed with patience. Because temperance takes time. And so does the hermit. So I'm going to pull some of these truth cards here. Yeah. Okay, so this King of Cups, I'm like, what's the truth? This King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, right? It says, I want you. So this is somebody who had to take time out and reflect, make a decision on what they want. I lost myself for a little while at the bottom of the deck. Somebody, again, could have been juggling, could have been going through something in the background with whatever is going on in their world. Somebody you're connecting with, right? You're in the energy over here of being very confident, being very just in your own world. You know what you want, you know what you're going after. This person had to make a decision. This person had to go through some type of transformation. And it's getting to that clarity with the Ace of Swords, knowing what they want. I want to be more than friends. This is, again, needing to make clarity on a situation and identify with how they truly feel. Do they want to emotionally invest in a mature connection? That's the King of Cups. The King of Cups doesn't just invest in anything. This is somebody who goes after mature situations. You have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. This Queen of Cups energy, again, I feel like is a little bit frustrated with whatever is taking place, because there might not be clarity. But this is somebody making a decision based on how they feel. And it's very guided. And it's like you both are coming in very emotionally mature and very emotionally grounded. And I feel like this Queen of Cups is going to have a choice then to say, are they going to invest? Because I feel like the way that the wheel kind of turned, I feel like this Queen of Cups kind of moved away from this person, or maybe set some boundaries. And so now it's the Queen of Cups who's going to have to make a decision about whether or not they want to invest now. And it could have been because somebody was juggling, or somebody wasn't balancing something out. Somebody wasn't communicating in the past because cycles needed to close out. Something got closed out with the eclipses, or it's about to kind of unfold. And because of that energy, it made things very unclear. And so this Queen of Cups is like, I'm just going to move forward and put my own confidence like in my own world first and stop focusing on all this stuff, because none of the stuff that I'm being offered is what I want, because I deserve the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Cups. I know, like, the Queen of Cups knows her worth with the High Priestess. The Queen of Cups, this energy is somebody who knows their worth, knows that they can have a sacred connection with somebody and isn't going to settle for anything less. And I feel like this Queen of Cups energy put that boundary out. And by doing that, it pushed something forward. And so now this Queen of Cups is going to have to revisit some type of decision. And it could have to do with this person from the past, or this could be literally somebody who you are literally going to walk right into. And because you moved away from the cycle, it's like, boom, the door is wide open. Like something just gets presented to you. And it's like, boom, King of Cups, Queen of Cups, here's your person. Like, I don't know what it's about. Like, it's an interesting energy, and it's something that's not very clear yet. Again, the Six of Cups is here. So this could be somebody coming back around from the past. This could be. But this could also be a very strong soul connection with somebody. Like a new person who fulfills this. Like a new person that it's just kind of like, boom, here you go. With the Six of Cups, where it's like you feel that connection with them. You feel that, again, it's a soul connection. I don't know. It's like you guys just have a different type of connection. But you could be hesitant at first because you're like, I don't know. Like, I've been through a lot of shit. I don't know. This Nine of Wands popping back up. But it's like deep down, you know, this is a connection of a lifetime. You know, like, you know that this is something very deep, something very guided. Woo. Okay, that's way too many. We will be together again. Oh, look at that. So again, this very much well could be somebody who you already know. This could be somebody who you have a past with, somebody who you have a very strong connection with the Six of Cups. We will be together again is a card for me where it's like this, there's going to be communication. So again, that kind of validates it with this Eight of Wands too, where even though it's quick moving energy, there's some type of communication coming through, where I feel like there's going to be somebody who, again, this King of Cups, after a period of time of reflection, is going to come through and express their true feelings, or at least, you know, at least begin to express like, hey, like, I want you, I want to be more than friends, we will be together again. This person is clearly, this is an energy that wants to set up plans and take more action. I'm surprised that the Empress isn't out right now. I am picking up on like Emperor energy. But I don't know, you guys are coming in as the King and the Queen of Cups. So I don't know what it is about fire, but I do feel fire energy here, as well as Taurus energy, as well as Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I felt that very strongly earlier in the read. So you guys have all elements here, but it's like, this is a decision that somebody had to like reflect. And it's like, I feel like you could have been dealing with somebody who didn't want to commit. They didn't want to express emotion. They just wanted to keep things like high level. But I feel like the reason why that person did that was because of their past and because of the things that they went through, and because they weren't like, there was a healing process that needed to take place within them for them to realize like, oh shit, I do want something more serious, because it's like a personal recognition where somebody realized like, wow, like maybe I don't really want to be left alone. Maybe I don't really want to continue to be in and out. Maybe I don't want that. Maybe that's not actually what I want. It's like somebody realizing that they were acting from a place of hurt from the past and being like, I don't want to repeat this cycle in my life. I want what I deserve, and I know that I deserve love. And so this person's recognizing it with the King of Cups and being like, wow, like I do want something committed. I do want something stable. I do want something that is nurturing and emotional and grounded. I don't want to feel like I have to be defensive all the time. I don't want to keep my guards up. I want to be vulnerable with somebody, because the King of Cups is also an energy that knows how to be vulnerable. but also knows how to control their emotions and not let it overpower them. So this is somebody again who did some work on themselves and really needed to reflect on like why they were maybe responding a certain way. And I really feel like it has to do with the past on their side, with whatever experiences they went through. But again, this is somebody who might, it's like they could have been juggling in the past, but they're really hoping that they can balance something out with this temperance here with the Ace of Swords. And there might be clarity that's coming through. And it kind of validates with the clarity with the I want you card and the I want to be more than friends and we will be together again. This could be like truth coming in where it's like finally somebody's like expressing like, okay, I do want this. Because I feel like something went down and it's like, okay, if I'm not going to get what I deserve, then I'm going to go find it. That's kind of the attitude that I'm getting off of the Queen of Cups here. And again, it's not negative. That's very much well like every right, you know, like this feminine energy was very frustrated with whatever they were getting because it wasn't grounded, because it was confusing them, because it wasn't the 10 of Cups. They're like, no, I'm the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess. Like I know what's out there. I know that I want a sacred connection and I know that I'm worth that. And somebody stepped into their power by recognizing that within themselves. And so that's why I feel like this Queen of Cups is now going to be presented with a decision where it's like this King of Cups might be coming back around. And this King of Cups is going to probably make some type of expression to this Queen of Cups. And now she's, or he, whoever's in feminine energy, is going to have to make a decision. Do you want to invest in it? Because it looks like you could have walked away from it. Or that's how it appeared to be. So I don't know if there was something very illusionary going on. But like I said earlier in the read, it had to go down a certain way because there were lessons that needed to be learned within other like individual growth. So like again, this Queen of Cups like needed to, you know, there was something with like self-love, knowing their worth, and this King of Cups needed to learn, you know, to be vulnerable or with themselves or with spirit, whatever, you know. But there's a very strong spiritual connection between two people. Like, I mean, insanely strong. Like, I don't know if you guys can like finish each other's sentences, or it's like you can think about this person again, because the Cups energy is very intuitive energy. This is very fluid energy. So being the King and the Queen of Cups, this tells me that you guys might even have like a telepathic connection. Like you guys like think about each other and it's like you guys would feel one another like thinking about each other. Like you guys have like insane like correlations between like your like your frequencies. Like you guys are meshed. And so with it being Cups energy, it's like very like intuitive, very like, I don't know if you guys can like, if when you guys are like in the same room as each other, like I don't know if you guys can like hear each other's thoughts. Like it's like that type of energy. And it might have even like kind of scared or intimidated somebody because they weren't ready for that powerful of a connection, or they weren't prepared for it. And so because it kind of like freaked them out, they're like, oh my God, like I'm, you know, afraid to open up type of deal. And this person had to reflect, like really go within. But it looks like there's going to be some type of communication. But again, you also, it could be somebody who you least expect. And I don't know why I want to say that, but I feel like I want to say that. It's like somebody who feels, who again could be from the deep past or from your past, where there's been some type of cycle with. Now, it could be the most recent person, don't get me wrong, but this could be somebody who you least expect. Like, this could be somebody, like, completely blows you out of the water, and you're like, whoa, I did not anticipate this person coming back. My computer just, like, literally glitched, and I don't even know if I'm still connected right now. I hope I'm still connected, but my computer just, like, did something crazy when I said that. I don't know. I hope it's still connected. I think it is. This could be, again, you might not see it coming. I'm going to leave it at that, because you might not see it coming, and it could be somebody you least expect, somebody strong Virgo, strong Libra, Taurus even, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I mean, you guys are both coming in as water signs. So again, this reading is for Taurus, but it's like you guys are coming in as water. So I don't know what that's about. But I mean, it's very connected emotionally, so it's a good thing. But I don't know, this Queen of Cups is very frustrated with how things went down, or very frustrated with like what they were being offered. It's like, I don't want to say that these offers like weren't like, it's just not what you were, or not what the Queen of Cups was looking for. And so the Queen of Cups is like, no, like I'm not settling for this. I'm not just gonna accept this. Like I have the Ace of Cups. I know I can get the Ace of Cups. You know, like that type of mentality. And so by doing that, it actually created a beautiful lesson. Um, like this is beautiful energy. It really is. I know it seems very like unsure, but it's like beautiful energy. So I feel that no matter who or what the situation is involving, you're going to come into a connection that is going to be more fulfilling emotionally with the King and the Queen of Cups and with the Ten of Cups. There's going to be passion, there's going to be emotion. So whatever it is, whether again detach from the concept of who and look at it as this again, it could be somebody brand new, it could be somebody from your past. But this is somebody who definitely you feel a very strong connection to. Like very strong connection. We will be together again is usually a card for me that kind of indicates somebody you already know, though. So I need to take a breath because I'm actually getting like, whew, what is that energy? What is this? I don't know. You guys, like, it's like almost intoxicating energy, like disorienting. Not euphoric is a better word for it. I don't know what this is about, but there's something very euphoric about what energy I'm feeling. I don't know what that means. I don't know if somebody told you that they just wanted to be friends, or somebody told you like, you know, maybe it's just somebody who you were friends with, and it's somebody's going to come in with some type of clarity. And so somebody who you guys could have started out as friends, or maybe this person in the past could have said that they just wanted to be friends. Maybe expressed that they weren't like ready for something. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. But then it's like somebody comes in with that clarity because it's like there's something aggressive about this. I want you. I want to be more than friends. This is somebody like coming in very like firm and being like, I want you, wanting to make it clear cut with the Ace of Swords, not juggling anymore, taking control of a situation, saying, listen, I want you. I want to be more than friends. There's something very stern. So I don't know what that's about. But there's something very stern where I don't know if somebody's like getting frustrated at themselves because of the way that they're handling it. But again, I feel something very masculine about this energy where it's more action oriented, you know, where this is somebody who's going to take action, who's going to lay it down, who's going to express it and be more direct. So I don't know if you were dealing with somebody who just wasn't direct, but the Ace of Swords is pretty damn clear. So this is somebody coming in who wants to be clear. But this was a pretty good read for Taurus. Like, I'm going to leave this because it's at an hour and 23. I'm going to leave this video separate for Taurus, and then I'm going to come back and do other signs because I think I have this video labeled for Earth. So I'm going to come back and do other signs, but I am going to kind of step out of this energy because it is kind of like disorienting a little bit. So I don't know if you guys feel very like, again, like just not feeling well, lightheaded. Just ground yourself, go outside, sit under a tree, something like, because there's very, there's something about this energy that's very like, whoa, like I feel very out of my body. So I'm definitely going to take a minute to step out of this and then probably come back in a little bit and do some more reads here. But Taurus, everything looks really good. I honestly, like, again, you can use your best judgment with this situation. You know, I don't have to give you advice on it. You guys use your best judgment. It looks like an energy already is. So I don't feel like you have any major decision that you need to make other than to just let this energy just kind of take place and let this energy just kind of do its thing. Because there's a recognition taking place about a connection. And I don't know if somebody's just seeing it and it just kind of took them a minute, but there's some type of communication that's going to come in. Quick moving energy. It's not going to take a long time for this to kind of come through because I feel it quick moving. And I feel like maybe even like, I don't know if like there's something connected to the weather. So I don't know if like it's just like the weather and like the wind or like something's going to bring this in. Like, I don't know. It's kind of weird, but not like weird in a bad way, but just kind of like obscure, like not of this world. So I hope that these messages helped, and I look forward to coming back with you guys later to do some other signs. So I wish you guys the best. Take care of yourself, ground yourself. It looks really good. So I'll talk to you guys soon.